All right, welcome back to the Nice Fast channel, guys, where I make lots of mistakes, but we still have fun. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man. Choo Choo, yeah. Wait, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, Choo Choo, Charlie Brown, Gimli, me, and you, and let's get started. Holy moly, what a day it has been. Hello, James Alton, Jim Miller, Rusty, Knife Lover, lots of channel members, Tim B. Sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope to help you take your mind off all that crap. Joe Capt.Rikki, rule number 9, David, Aries EDC, Chuck Weaver. Very cool to see all of you. Hey, Nick Travellini, hey, Sonny Robinson. Very cool. Your camera is sucking. What do you mean it's sucking? Okay. I don't know. Oh, sorry, Will be. There are 3 sick kids in my house, so I'm probably doomed very soon. My wife was sick the whole time we were out of town, and I stayed well. But now the kids are sick, so it's out of it looks great here on my thing. It looks great. Looks awesome, sharp and clear. So let's see. It must be a YouTube thing. Hang on just a second. I mean, there's really nothing I can do about it because what's probably happening is people are sucking up my internet. There's kids upstairs and they're probably murdering my internet. Let's just see what it looks like coming back to me here. Oh, yeah, that looks horrible. What can I do? Let's make sure let's go ahead and close a bunch of stuff here. Got a few things open. We'll close that and see if that helps. Close that. Well, that is not acceptable. I don't know what to do about that. I am plugged into the Ethernet. Let me make sure that is working. And we're not on Wi-Fi. Oh, goodness, guys. That's not good. No, I'm plugged in. I am plugged in. All right, you guys are going to probably, let's see here. What can I do? Let's do this. All right. Let's see if that helps. Probably won't. All right, let's try going back. All right. That did not help. So I don't know what to do, guys. All right, let me try. Tell you what, we'll try something really cute here. I'll be right back. You guys are going to lose me for just a moment. And man, literally on my end, it looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, hold on a minute. I don't think that's going to do a darn thing, though. All right, you guys are going to lose me for a second, but I will be back. No, that didn't help at all. Okay, well, we're just going to go on with the show. I don't know, short of killing the stream. Yeah, maybe we should do that. All right, guys. Am I on? Yep, I am. All right. So here's what we're going to do. You guys, there's going to be about a 5-minute lag, and I will be right back, okay? All right. So goodbye, and I hope to be back. All right, I am back. So you guys will need to tell me if that helped or didn't help. And I'm going to go over here and reopen the chat and see if that helped. Let's go here and we will mute this. You guys will need to tell me in the chat. Good, better, good. Okay, all right. So I guess that was worth the trouble. All right, I'm going to close that so it doesn't get worse again. All right, good. All right, let me know if any more issues. And look, my tech support skills worked. All right, let's see. Justin, Ohio, hello. Kelly Weaver, hello, sir. Keith, the Knife Freak, Maxzilla, Will be. What is going on? I don't have chat, so give me just. I do have chat, but I don't have chat. If that doesn't make any sense to you guys, but I need it from YouTube so that if I have to deal with any issues, I can do that. So give me just a second while I get that set up. That is not it. I have so many live streams these days, it's hard to keep up with which one is which. Pop out chat. Put it over here and get rid of that. And all right, I'm trying to get everything back to where I had it, guys. Unfortunately, I've lost. I had some information on our guest up here, so I got to do that again. He will be on. All right, tell you what, guys, go ahead and start putting up what you were carrying today, and hopefully by the time I'm finished with this, we will be able to talk. I can't help you with that one. Hey, Rusty, that's hilarious. Hey, Brashear Beer. Hey, who was the other one I saw there? Jay Korskinen or Korskadin, I'm not sure. Hey, Freak Show, what is going on, man? Good to see you. Hey, Andrew Hubbard, good to see you. Freak Show. Lots of channel members. Let's jam through the pocket checks real quick, guys, so that I'm done by the time our guest shows up, and that will be great. So let's see. Hey, JD, what's going on, my friend? Rusty Knife Lover is our first to go up, and it is Forrest Hank's Skulls and Roses Hank, Kershaw Pry Tool, MKMI Sonzo Cleaver, Tempest Pinion, Lord and Field Hank, Fisher Space Pin, and an Olight i3TEOS, all for channel member Mr. Rusty Knife Lover. Speaking of channel members, David Iverson, rule number 9, Knives Fast, Blue Jetstream from Tempest, Blue Lightning Microburst, Baltic Blades, Angus, Sapphire, Victorinox Huntsman, Olight i5R, Titanium Forest Tank, and a Fisher Space Pin. There we go. Just a decade today for Pivotal. Very good, and welcome, sir. Hey, Betty, what's going on? Beyond EDC Geo for Seth Fletcher. Hey, Seth, you made it. Mr. Jim Miller. Now I went fuzzy. There we go. Mr. Jim Miller has a Blue Pinion, Blue Microburst Lightning, Aries EDC Rock Hopper that's better than mine, apparently. No, it's not. And thank you for being a channel member, sir. Finch Halo down to 76.50 with Code Knives Fast at White Mountain. Oh, boy. There's a sale. Andy Bradley, what's up, man? Williams Blades, TRC Knives SZK005. Now, I know Andy's a big fixed blade fan, so he's going to have some fun tonight because we're going to be talking fixed blades. Mostly EDC size, but yeah, we'll talk anything. Devo Growler V2. By the way, the Devo Growler V2 round 2 went today, and I think they're gone. They're either gone or very close to it. Devo Knives Growler V2 to your wrath. Raylite Lan Apple, smooth precision pin in Arc Organizer, Very cool. And that is and JD is also a channel member. Andrew's got a Microtech Ultratech in blue. Null Raiden, Protech Malibu, Blue Monday. Yes, sir, Andrew, another channel member. There's our buddy Oh Father EDC. Hello, sir. Kaiser Original and Sparrow Strix for David Helka. Always has cool stuff. Channel member as well. Kaiser Quatch and a Devo Growler V1 for Mr. Mike Reese. Another awesome supporter, channel member. Doom Hank, Devo Mash, Mini Griptilian Phoenix LD30 for Joe Kasparek, another great channel member. CJRB Crag Artisan Cutlery Sea Snake for Kirby Smith. Thank you, Kirby, another channel member. TREDC, also a channel member with a Hoosier Hank. TRM Neutron and an Ace Beam. Very cool. I have an Ace Beam. No, I shipped it off today. I do not. Mash Flame Titanium Blue Jetstream and a Thai Hedgehog for Jay. All right. Very cool. Super Blue today for Anaso over in the Hawaii area. Super Blue in Jetstream. Quist Invert, Quist Variant, all blue. Very, very cool. Benchmade mini bug out for Betty. Hey, that's cool. Thank you for sharing. Oh, and by the way, Anaso, nope. I'm sorry. I thought you were a channel member. I was about to say thank you, but you have been one. I know that. Let's see. Where are we? Hey, Rawhead Spear. What is going on? All right. Protect Mordax and the Asher Spiro for Demonoc. Very cool. Chavez 229 Redención for Steve. Oh, hey, Steve. I probably always say that wrong. Who else? What else is somebody carrying? Anybody? Sativian 995, Buck 110, Streamlight, Microstream Space Pin for Jawako. Welcome. Very much good to have some new folks in the chat tonight. Oh, you're good, Betty. No stress. If you guys are not channel members, I just always make sure I thank the channel members at this time of the stream. But thanks to all of you for being here, whether you're a channel member or not. I appreciate all of you. That's okay, David Tooley. Welcome, and hopefully you'll get your computer straight. All right, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to tell you what I'm carrying, and then I see Ricky, and we'll bring him on here momentarily, and we'll find out what he's carrying today. So, the weird thing is we're doing fixed blades tonight, and I am not carrying a fixed blade. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I did not put one in the pocket today. But anyway, so here is the Tempest Jetstream in blue for Blue Monday, of course. Look at that. That daggone stonewash is so good. Love that one, of course. It's my design, so, it is what it is. Devo Stout V2 in Arctic Storm, and stonewash was my choice there. Whoa, I just saw Will Bees. I got a Grisma Norseman, Spider Comandix 2XL, Ferrum Forge Aluris, Kaiser Begladder XL, Axial Shift, Riot Exo, Hogtooth Nova 1, and an Olight Baton 3, and a Karis Bolt V2. Man, you always got some cool stuff, and thanks for being a channel member, Will. I see more people. Hold on. I don't want to leave people out here. Renee Ramon, Something Obscene Mini, J Cape, New Breed EDC Clydesdale, and a Chavez Redención Chisel Grind. I did not carry a Dust Devil today, but we will be talking Dust Devil momentarily. Betty says Mini Bug Out will be getting a makeover. Very cool. All right, we'll tell you what, I got one more knife, but we're going to bring Ricky in here. I've left him over here on the side for too long.
Just in the void.
Yeah, in the void. Everybody welcome Capt.Rikki from Instagram and YouTube and a little bit of everywhere these days. So welcome, sir.
Thank you.
In the background, he's looking over your shoulder.
Oh, yeah, man. Fun story about that guy. I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever seen the documentary Tiger King. But I worked for one of those guys, so that's why I have.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, that's why I have.
That's funny.
When you said I do a little bit of everything, it's the absolute truth. That's done
very true.
Quite a bit.
Ian says he wants to see your gorgeous face, so there we are. There we are. There you go. All right. So the third one in the pocket today for me was, I don't know. This is the one that's really hitting me lately. This is the Jack Wolf. Ricky, I was saying earlier, I used to literally despise coated blades. And I think, among other things Ben did to me, like make me like slip joints from out of the abyss. I think he's really made coated, not only the blades, but the coated bolsters and the back spring and everything. I think he's made me like it again.
Oh, yeah. I blame Ben for a lot of things. I blame Ben for my son-in-law for carbon fiber and fat carbon. Like, never did I ever own so many knives with all of that stuff. DLC, same thing. Like, I was just not a DLC coated guy. and now I have a DLC sharpshooter on the way. And I'm like, thanks, Ben. Thanks for opening the floodgates to another thing that I don't need an
so
obsession.
Did you get? So I assume you got the purple one then. That's
sure did.
That's the one I have coming as well. So
yep.
I have the purple laid back, and I figured, we have a locking and a slip joint, and I can carry those together in purple and black. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, I had to do that.
Right.
I really like the checkered titanium though with the blue. That just looks sick too. But
so he showed the lineup, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I really want to go with that rosewood because it would match so many other knives. And then I'm like, I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice to not check out some of the other stuff. Because then I get in my head and I'm like, typical EDC guy stuff. You're like, well, I have to match my knives. Like,
yeah, no, I don't. That's the thing. I'm kind of in this mind of trying to match stuff, and I don't have a lot of wood. I should start getting some wood handled stuff, but yeah, I don't have a lot of that at this point in time. But yeah, definitely very cool. That rosewood. I keep hoping I need to text Ben and tell him to get on this, but he usually does when he has wood. He usually will take a picture of like 50 of them or something.
Oh yeah,
and show the different patterns, because I always love seeing that, because you get this range from a really thin grain to this wide aggressive grain to it's crazy. Hey Maxilla, welcome. Very cool to have you here as well.
It's funny because I think Taylor and I both got the rosewood. Which one was it? The one of the more recent ones that Ben did with rosewood, and we both got our knives in at the same time. And we opened it, and of course, we had to have a match to see who got the better pattern. And I'm like, this is so stupid.
It's like, mine looks better than yours.
Yeah,
no, mine's better. Dumb. Yeah, that's exactly how it works, man. It's fun, but it'll be interesting to see what people. Yeah, now you want to talk about matching. I don't know if you're familiar with Father EDC.
Oh no,
this guy he matches everything in his carry. I mean, from the hank, because his wife makes hanks, so
phenomenal.
He matches the hank and the flashlight and the pin and whatever else he's got, the knives, he's the color matching king. He's the O-Light guy, which is the name O-Father, and so he's got every color O-Light and O-Pin and all that stuff, and so yeah, he's always got the all the colors.
I try it. I really do. Like, there's days where I sit and I'm like, all right, well, I have green micarta, everything. This makes me feel nice. And then there's other days where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to carry a brass pen with titanium because no one tells me what to do.
It's just going to be crazy today. Exactly. I do that. So there was one day a couple weeks ago where I had like green and like blue together and like a titanium knife, and I'm just like, this doesn't match and I don't care. So it was it was just one of those days where I just grabbed whatever. And that's the other thing, it depends on what I'm doing too, because sometimes it's more my mind starts to get focused on the blade shape, and I'm like, I really want one of these for this, and I really like the way that cuts that, and so it depends on what I'm doing sometimes too. Did Taylor used to work at Duncan?
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's kind of out of the blue.
No,
okay. I look over and I know
he doesn't.
Okay. Hey, Neil McKenzie, welcome. Kubi Momentum Classic SD Tiny Sog and a Falamov Mini Light. Nice. That's the other thing that I like about reading, by the way, a Blue Pinion and a Buck Langford and OD Green. I love reading these is because I sometimes, unfortunately, get a lot of ideas of what to get from these guys, because they've got some pretty cool, especially I kind of got real narrow on flashlights for a while. And I've been, picking up some Through Night stuff and Brynite, and I need to check out some of the others that people talk about all the time too.
It's a very dangerous game. I'm glad I don't live stream all that often and ask everybody what they're carrying, because I can't afford to get into any more hobbies. Please, no flashlights.
No, and I've resisted the whole watch thing. I've decided I've put in my head, my phone is my watch. My phone is my watch. I have a couple upstairs that I don't even wear anymore because I'm trying not to go like, ooh, I really like wearing watches again,
Don't do it, Casey. Don't do it.
Pins are bad enough. My wife thinks I'm crazy because I have some pretty expensive pins, and she's like, never.
Oh,
She's like, I would lose it in a heartbeat, and then I would like cry, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
I made
look,
the
I got a
mistake.
channel. I gotta have some cool stuff here.
I made a mistake of asking on a Instagram live once, like, if you had to guess how much is your collection worth, and my fiance Lexi was on that chat, and I'm like, she probably doesn't know like how much money is in this box right now.
Yeah, my wife asks me all the time, and I always end up changing the subject. So, and then my kids will go, "Yeah, Dad, we need to know how much our inheritance is going to be worth once we sell it all when you're dead." I'm like,
So
really?
this comment's actually interesting. So from Zakaria talking about falling into watches. I started more as a watch guy first, and then gradually got into pocket knives. And now that I'm in pocket knives, my rule of thumb has always been if I need to sell anything for my career, which is a new camera or lenses, they're always the first to go. Well, the rules have bent a little bit, and I'm like, well, if I really want a nice watch, then now I'm going to sell a bunch of knives, and it keeps like flopping back and forth. So the newest addition for me has been the Rolex Explorer. So I ended up selling a ton of knives, like 15
I
or so
think you would
pocket
have
knives.
to sell quite a few to get there. Yeah.
Yep. And now I've gotten to the point where earlier I'm like, oh man, Blade show's in June. I'm like, what am I gonna do?
No, I need to save. Yeah, and I just sold a bunch of knives and immediately bought a bunch. So it's like I got nothing right now. So all right, BEDC's got the Arctic. Okay, Arctic Carbon, Devo Lush, Blue Vosteed, Raylite Rook for Blue Monday. Very cool. I like seeing all the blue today. Blue Monday's kind of a thing I've done for a while. I always carry
I like that
blue stuff. So, by the way, we never finished. What were you carrying today? Let's see what you got.
Oh man, see, I came prepared and I had a fix blade on me because I knew today was the day. So I'm gonna give you some slack.
Very good.
So
I like it.
This is actually a little fix blade that I got in recently from Lamnia. So it's the AK1. And I remember this fix blade just being very popular. It's from Alex Kramer. He's the guy who designed it. So reverse Tonto RWL 34 steel blade on that. And it's got this really beautiful like wooden scales. I think it's like grenadille wood, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah,
But
it looks a little bit like ebony or something, but
yeah. So I mean, it's just a perfect, I think it's like 6.3 inch. Just a great little knife, man. And I just remember seeing so many people have an AK1, so they reached out and they're like, "What do you want to check out?" I'm like, "Well, fixed blade, of course. Like I'm currently in this rabbit hole, so." Had the fixed blade on me.
All right, let's let you finish, and then we'll jump right into fixed blades because there are some folks in here that are pretty excited to see some fixed blades.
Oh yeah, man. The other thing was the Leatherman Arc. I carried a Leatherman a whole lot when I worked at the Safari. I had a rebar, and I didn't really go from that. Like I just stayed with the rebar. And then the unfortunate thing of working with Taylor is that he gets cool stuff in. So then I'm like, ooh, that's cool. I want one too. So I picked up a Leatherman Arc, and I've been using it quite a lot. It's been in the pocket. I packed up a lot of my knives, and I kept the Leatherman Arc for the move because I figured it'd be the most useful.
That's a pretty cool one that I've wanted to check out. I'm a Leatherman Wave guy. I love my Wave, but I really need to upgrade at some point. That thing looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, and Rip's Garage makes these little adhesive stickers for them. So these are kind of like canvas. I don't remember the exact name, but just a way to kind of change it up and add a little more grip.
Gotcha.
Really cool.
Kind of like skateboard grip tape, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So that's been in the pocket. And then lastly, I normally carry a little organizer. So this is from Unlucky Leather. I got a little mini Big Idea design pen in here. And then this is CWF's newest flashlight. I think it's called
I've tried not to get into that deep into flashlights, but that's beautiful.
Just don't, Casey. Trust me. Save yourself. I bought the Akluma, and the Akluma was like my only flashlight.
One? The CWF, which one?
This is the mini Arc, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
And Charles just makes amazing flashlights. I mean, super powerful, really nice size for EDC as well. So this has been dominating the pocket since Blade Show Texas.
Yeah, so for Blue Day, I've got the Through Night Archer. This one's quite a bit bigger than that, actually, I would say. But There you go. That's how big it is.
Oh,
But
yeah. That's not that much
normally
more
I
different.
carry an Olight Baton 4 because I just like the size of it and the way it charges. But I'd stay a little cheaper on the flashlights and spend my money on
dude.
the knives. So
Man, I'm right there.
keep trying
So
to do
here's the
that.
thing, though. You go cheaper with flashlights, but with Olight, I feel like it's a dangerous game because they're so affordable. You end up with
It
way
is.
too many.
You're exactly right.
That's why I
You're
haven't
good,
gone
Wombat.
into it.
Hey, listen to us while waterproofing your boots. Maybe we'll say something that'll help you do such a good job on getting those boots waterproof. I don't know.
Get our AMR
I have no
voices
idea.
on.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Before we actually start showing fixed blades, I want to talk about the category we're starting in, and then I want to talk about overall preferences. Okay. So number one, I like all kinds of fixed blades, but the ones that actually get out of the drawer down there, that's that drawer right there.
Oh, I
is
love
where
that.
all my fixed blades are. And the ones that actually get out of the drawer are the ones that are easily carryable on a daily basis. Meaning, for example, I mean, I've got down here, I love this fixed blade. As a matter of fact, thanks to Andy in the chat for this sheath, but this is my Tour Field 2.0. I love this knife, but this is one that comes out when I'm going in the woods. Okay. When I'm going in the woods and that kind of thing. It's not one that I normally carry for a couple of reasons. Number one, I carry it like this usually, and you got so much sticking out. I end up getting jabbed in the side and that kind of thing. Now that you can carry it other ways, obviously, but I only use it when I'm out in the woods. So I haven't gone into a lot of trouble. I'm trying. Same thing with like a lovely K-bar. I'm not going to carry this to work. I would be escorted to the police office on campus for carrying that to work. So I'm not going to. And it's just, that's just the way it is. So I guess what I want to talk about is EDC fixed blades, and typically that's going to mean something. It's going to probably be under 8 inches overall, maybe even quite a bit smaller. We're going to talk about this one in just a minute, but something that I can carry easily, that I feel comfortable carrying. It's not like pounding around on me. It's not when I sit at my desk, it's not jabbing me in the side and those kinds of things. And now I guess the big question, Rikki, is what do you prefer? Because I go back and forth, man. There's lots. I mean, for example, we're going to give you a perfect example right up front. Look at this little guy. This comes from our boy, Andrew Hobbert, and this is literally the Bark River Micro Canadian. Okay, this thing is itty bitty, but you can see, for me, you can carry this on your belt, but for me, this goes right in a cargo pocket. This is not a problem. I've carried this twice already since he sent it to me, and it's really good. But then my first preference is a Kidex sheath with a loop. So before we get into what knives fit your bill, what's your preference, I guess, would be the first one.
I'm in a bit of a weird place because I work as a videographer, like I'm like cutting boxes 99.9% of the time with all of my fixed blades. And, we have a running joke with Taylor and everybody because I'm the kind of guy that I'll rock this, I'll put this in my pocket. This is everyday carry. But then I also have a 10-inch tracker from Tops that I'll put around my belt. And I'm just like, I'm gonna carry this today and I'm gonna cut a muffin with it and I'm gonna open a box with it.
All right. So he's got a different philosophy than mine, guys. There you go.
And I'm like, you want to know why? Because I can, and that's why. So I mean, honestly, of course, for like every day, of course, I'd rather have something that I can, put in my pocket or have around my belt. Like I think my preference then tends to be around like 6 inches overall. I have for example, this one was a Blade Show West pickup, which is the Confidant by TJ Schwartz. Now, the Confidant, he markets it as like an everyday kind of backpacking outdoor kind of knife. And I picked it up and I'm like, you know what? I know you make a smaller version of this, but I'm gonna get this bigger one. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the speed carry pocket clip on it and put it on my pocket because I can. So for me, my philosophy is a little more different.
Yeah, I don't think at the university I work in, I don't think I would get in trouble for carrying a big fixed blade. But at the same point, it's just way more discreet, especially with a dress shirt on. Don't want it all poking out and all this stuff. So it's just
Right.
when I carry to work, um, Tri-State's cracking me up over here. My preferred fixie is a butter knife. Keep that thing on me. Very cool. You're in that, dude. But thank you.
That's how he spreads his little like thing on his beard. His little
right.
He's got to get a butter knife on him.
On his beautiful. By the way, guys, please do me a favor. I need everyone to go over to Lefty EDC's Instagram and send him a DM and say, "Grow the beard back. What is wrong with you?"
Oh, he shaved it.
He did. He did put up a video about an hour ago, and the beard is gone. I'm like, come on,
dude!
Everybody
I gave him
how great he looked with the beard, and then he just shaves it.
I gave him a whole alter ego one live stream. I was like, your new name is Beck. Like with the beard, it's Beck. Kev backwards. So now he shaved it. I'm highly upset.
Yeah, he's back to Kev, I guess. I don't know. That's crazy.
That's boring.
All right. So I've got some fixed blades, and I'm getting talked about in the chat for not carrying one of these today. So I told you about this, but I don't think I have shown this to you yet. This is this is my design, the Tempest designed Kubi Dust Devil. I keep wanting to call it the Tempest Dust Devil, but it's not. It's the Kubi. So let me tell you, my thought process on this was something just big enough for me to get 4 fingers on. That's literally what I thought. I didn't want a ton of leftover, but what I love, this is the reason that I'm starting to get into fixed blades. Okay, so let's talk about. So this is a 7-inch knife. So let's see, what's a 7-inch? How long is this guy? Let's see. Hold on. All right, perfect. Okay, so we have the Richard Rogers here, the X Mid, and you can see I was able to pack a little bit more blade in there, simply because I'm not worried about blade to handle ratio. Now, this is a bad example because this blade to handle is absolutely perfect, but there are other 7-inch folders out there that you end up with a much smaller blade. My whole goal on this was to make sure that you had, a lot of blade for such a small knife. And I think they came out pretty good. And of course, being me, I've got all 3 versions sitting here.
So
There's the
I like that idea though, because as I'm getting more into fixed blades and kind of sharing my experiences, a lot of people want to know what's the best fixed blade to carry. Like I don't want something really big, but then I also don't want something really small. And that's something that you kind of have to play around with, because at first, when I first started collecting, I didn't see myself carrying fixed blades at all.
Right.
And it wasn't until I got a Winkler, and I think the Winkler is about 6 inches overall. And it's got a pretty big like Bowie blade on it, clip point blade on it. And that I thought was perfect. And then I handled something that had a longer blade or a longer handle and smaller blade. I'm like, oh man, I can kind of carry this too. So I like the concept that you weren't worried too much about ratios, but you were most so concerned with, let me make sure that I get enough blade in there for my EDC tasks versus just being concerned about everything else.
Well, we have all these conversations all the time. And it's interesting because we are all at this point where we just love a finger toil. But what a finger toil does in a smaller knife is it takes away blade. Now, this is a full-size knife, no big deal. You still got plenty of room, for that blade. I at least like 3 inches of blade. So when you start talking about a smaller fixie like this, I just wanted to give it as much as I possibly could, and I kind of tried to cram as a matter of fact, what's a great example of this, and it's almost the opposite. This is by the way, Tim B, if you're still out there, if these are still on sale, let everybody know. But this is the Jake Hoback Goliath. And you can see he's got more blade than handle. Is that rust? That is.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
I like that he put that.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Crisis averted. It was something on the blade. It was schmutz. But look at this. So on this one, I'm off the end back here just barely, but look how much blade you got. He literally went for even more than I did. He's like, I want more blades in the handle. You know what I'm saying? And I've always thought this one was pretty cool for the same reason. It's an easy one for me to just drop in the pocket. Same exact kind of thing. Actually, that one's smaller. The Dust Devil is 7 inches, and you can see that one's like 6 1/2, 6 1/4, something like that.
So here's another thing. You mentioned earlier that, for example, like you don't like having so much of that handle stick out. Is that another reason why you went with a longer blade on the Dust Devil?
Right. That was one of the considerations for sure. Now, I will tell you, I didn't have a lot of say when you sell your design. I didn't have a lot of say in the sheath. I did say I wanted Kidex, but I knew based on what they were telling me, I wasn't going to have a lot of say in the sheath. So, and they ship with these little tech locks.
Oh yeah.
So this is actually the JL Quaken, which came out about the same time from Justin Lundquist.
Yeah.
But they came with these tech locks, and you can see, I mean, actually in that case, you end up with quite a bit more. But what I did was I did this, and so I'm actually carrying an appendix right here. I'm carrying it right there, and then I just get to it really easy. So that's why I like the and I go for 1 loop. I know a lot of people like 2 because they want it more secure. I don't really care if it goes up or down a little bit, but it just makes it more flexible. So when I sit down now, it can move where it needs to move or whatever.
Yeah.
So
why do you prefer Kidex over leather?
That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, because so here's the story, and it depends. I've got some good examples over here, as a matter of fact. So I guess it just depends on the one. Like, for example, if they made a leather sheath like this, by the way, this is a
LT Wright.
Yeah, this is the LT Wright Daily Carry Magna Cut. This thing is awesome. You know what I think is funny about LT Wright, though? You know how many knife makers out there are always talking about, I got to finish the radius before, I got to finish this before I put the handles on. LT Wright's like, look, there's your handle and it ends and you can live with it, And I'm like, but it does, in reality, if we're all being real here, I mean, how much is that really coming into play? Does it look kind of funky, like it just got chopped off? Sure.
Well, LT Wright also
I just think LT Wright's just like, here's a knife, go use it.
LT Wright is like bushcrafting legends when it comes to making all these knives, right? Like the last thing I talked to those guys at Georgia Bushcraft, and the last thing they care about are some of those things where it's like, you're going to be using it to like chop wood down. All right. Like we're not focused. We need the knife to perform. And that's what we made it for. Like those details to them, it's just like,
correct.
Not important.
That's great urban wisdom. So here was I was going to give you my answer. So my answer is as follows. So I got a twofold problem with a vertical sheath. Okay. And that's why I kind of like the idea of the Kidex, because it's easy for me to just stick a loop on it and do that. So 2 problems with this. Number one, if it's made in such a way that the handle is out like this, I end up getting jabbed in the side when I'm sitting down. If it's like that and I'm carrying it on a dangler like this, then it's hanging out the bottom of my untucked shirt at work, and it draws attention that I don't really want to draw. So I guess this one stays usually. Okay. Yeah. Here's another great example from Andrew, and I'm going to be buying one of these. This is the Bark River Iron. I love that. I think it's iron. Yeah. Look at that. It is a convex on that little knife. Got a pistol kind of grip going on here. Very beautiful. And again, you've got that same deal now, but now on this one, instead of a dangler, now you've got you thread your belt through here. So I think this one would work a whole lot better for me. I guess what I'm saying is with that dangler, it ends up hanging down below my shirt tail. But not a huge deal. And then last example I was going to show is, now this is a beastly one. Look at, by the way, if you just want to see a blade that's ridiculous, look at this thing. This is the Lishon, I think is how you pronounce it. Lishon, I believe. Canuck. And
stunning.
Yeah, and it's a big beastly in the hand. I mean, but it's not huge.
No.
What, 8, 9 maybe?
That blade shape's kind of like it's kind of like a Nesmuk kind of style.
No,
is that what that is?
8.5. It's what now?
Is that like a you see those in a lot of
bush? It's supposed to be like
a
Canadian belt. It's supposed to be like a Canadian belt knife. Is what it's kind of like. But the way they did the grind is just epic. I mean, this thing is a cutter and it is beautiful. So
and those are from who again?
I guess this is from Lishon, Lishen. Yeah,
that's cool.
And I had never heard of this brand until Andrew told me. And then these two are, well, this one, where'd the other one go? Where'd the little Barky go? Oh no,
it ran away.
No, it's here. There it is. Gosh, these are both Bark River, and so that micro Canadian, they do make a mini Canadian, which is a little bit bigger than this. And so, but you can see this is literally 3 fingers, even choked up. But it's pretty cool. It's got kind of mini Nightshade vibes going on.
Yeah. Good point.
And really cool little guy. And again, if you can't carry that discreetly, then you're never going to carry anything discreetly.
Right.
But and then the last example I was going to give you real quick is this is actually, there's a guy in the chat named Aries EDC. I think I told you about him. He is a fairly new knife maker. And this is a custom he made for me.
I dig that.
Yeah, it is. And again, this goes back to my preferences are always a 4-finger knife, but he gives me 3 here. And then I've got this lanyard and bead that gives me that 4th finger. And this little guy carries like a dream. I've been carrying that appendix like that, just right there. And I dig it. So I guess what I would say now is you asked, so it appears you prefer the leather stuff. So let's hear about it, man.
Yeah, I prefer the leather stuff on certain things. Like I'm definitely not as picky as I used to be. Before I used to not really be a fan of Kidex at all. Like I just didn't like the toughness of it. To me, I never saw myself carrying a fixed blade around my belt. I thought that looked silly. And it wasn't until I started learning more about fixed blades and getting more in hand where I was like, you know what? I think leather's kind of nice. I'm like, it's durable, it's got patina. And keep in mind, like my photography mindset comes in and I'm like, oh, leather's always going to look good in photos. But the one thing with the in-pocket leather sheaths that I find is a little bit annoying is just finding the angle sometimes, right? Like sometimes you'll go and you'll snag that side and you're like, well, dang. So I find it easier to actually put knives back in Kidex over a leather slip in my pocket sometimes. So that's why I'm kind of up in the air.
So it's
but
a balance there. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't mind carrying my knives in my belt. I know there's a lot of people who don't get into fixed blades because of it, but I think it's just a matter of like finding what you can work with. Yeah, Kidex.
Tell us what you really think, good dog.
I mean, I get it. Like it's 50-50. Like the Kidex that Winkler makes is some of the nicest Kidex in my opinion. They do this like I think leather liner on the inside, and that thing is just like velvet.
It's not going to be rattle even if it moves. Yeah.
No, not at all, and it's perfect. But for example, like I love this knife. I think the Confidant by TJ Schwartz is awesome. But look at this. Like he put that there, and I don't like that. And I'm like, why didn't you just give it to me like that?
Especially for photography, man. Come on, don't give me that.
Yeah, I'm like, just give me a straight Kidex so I can put my clip on it and I can decide.
That's like that little Hoback. It comes like this, and I don't ever use that clip. I don't. I just drop it in the pocket. I'm probably just gonna put loops on it. But it's like I guess everybody's just got kind of a preference of what they don't get carrying a knife in a slip in a pocket. Are you talking about like a slip joint?
Yeah, either that or like a fixed blade. And I hear you. I hear you 100%. I
Okay.
think it's,
Yeah.
I think the reason for it is, and this is just how my mind works.
No, I was reading
If
what, yeah.
no,
I
no,
was
yeah,
reading what Goondock to say. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to just replying to what he was saying. My thought
Yeah.
process, at least, is if
No,
I'm
let's
a
hear it.
fixed blade maker and I want to get more people into fixed blades, but they're primarily used to carrying a folding knife in their pockets, I'm going to make an option for them to carry a fixed blade in the pocket. You know, maybe that'll sway someone to purchase their first fixed blade or try them out. So I think that's the reasoning behind it, in my opinion. I know Taylor, for example, he's super all about just like in pocket fixed blades. But I mean, that's my opinion for it. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, it depends. And I know a lot of people, when I say I drop one in my pocket, people are like, why would you do that? It's going to move around and that kind of stuff. But I know some people end up with ulti clips on them, so they don't move around. I mean, it's really a preference thing about what you like, which is why I'm literally, guys, I went for the longest time not carrying fixed blades. And I'm carrying them now, and the soft loops is what did it for me. Okay. So
right.
everybody's going to have their own preference. By the way, Ricky, I need to
Yeah.
get your address and just send you one of these to check out. One of the
Oh
dust
yeah,
boards.
dude, I'd love
They're
to.
doing another run.
Yeah.
And I hope it sounds like they're going to do this blue micarta on one of them. I love
Oh,
blue. So
nice. Yeah.
hopefully they're going to do this blue micarta on one of them, but
So
they're already working on another run because they sold out, which is really cool.
amazing. Here's
I
another
want
thing.
to see more people carry fixed blades, so it's
Oh, I'm
exciting
right
to
there
me
with you.
to see
Here's
them
another
sell
thing,
out.
real quick, talking about things that like we started doing when we carried a fixed blades. I'm not a lanyard guy by any means. I don't put
Right.
any of this stuff on any of my folding knives, but with fixed blades, I have. And it's really just like with this, for example, you got like 2 fingers to pull this knife out. And it
Right.
kind of sucks, honestly. So with this, now you got that little bit of
Right.
pull, but it's one of those things, like you get into a different side of the hobby and you start kind of like bending your own rules a little bit.
Right. So what do you guys tell me, you guys in the chat, wait a minute, let me see. I'll back up. I'll come back to that one. There are salting options to pocket carry a fixie. Personally, I wouldn't, but I also only carry a small fixie. He's the guy that makes these.
Ah, cool.
So Jim uses an ulti clip, I think. Who carries a brute knife? Not me. I'd like to hear the answer to that. Did any of you guys?
Not yet. I haven't gotten that deep into the fixed blade yet.
No. I have 4 fixed blades and 2 are in Kidex and 2 are in leather, and I'm working on 2 more leather pocket slips. I am not against Kidex, but for daily carry, leather is my jam. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
True North. Thank you. 116 folks in here. Thanks, guys. Okay. He's been interested in ankle carry, but I haven't tried it yet.
I mean,
hey, Terry, have
know.
a good one, man. I'm glad you were here. Oh, Robert, Robert, you got to answer a question. Where'd you order it from? Are they back in stock somewhere? Where'd you order it from? I would love to hear this. I was told they were completely sold out on kubishopping.com, but maybe there's somewhere else now.
So ground fog makes a good point. If you carry a tool, your user intention is vital. Why carry to what to carry to how to carry? Critical for defensive tools. So that's perfectly said, in my opinion, because for me, like I said at the beginning of all this, and it's kind of the way that I've kind of made fun of myself. I'm a guy who works 99% of the time behind a desk editing videos, doing photos. Like my use case is to eat my lunch and like cut a steak and like open a box, right? Like I'm not carrying a fixed blade to defend myself. I mean, if the time comes, then hey, it's better to have it, right? But for me, like my use case is very different. So that's why my opinions just vary so much. And I'm also not one to knock how everybody does things. Like if that's how you want to carry,
no,
go for it, you know?
I think especially in fixed blades, it's utterly different. Everybody's different.
Exactly.
It's super crazy. Okay, well, that is crazy because I literally went and looked at Kubi shopping 2 days ago, and they were all sold out. So it is fun to see here. We will share this real quick. They are back in stock, and guys, don't forget, if you go over there, wait a minute, where'd it go? Wow, what did I do? I literally just searched
Over
for
here.
it. There it is. Okay.
Breaking stuff.
So if you guys go over there, don't forget to use code KC06LT, and that will give you 6% off of these and get them down to $52 with shipping.
Oh man.
So yeah, and it looks like Ultim is still sold out, but it looks like black and red are back in now. So there you go.
Here's a question for you now. Now that we're like kind of looking at your work and talking about pricing, what's your range on what you would pay for a fixed blade? Like, what's that price point?
Oh boy, and it depends on what we're talking about, man. It really does. Obviously, I bought this LT Wright, and this was what, close to $200,
right?
For MagnaCut and micarta. I guess it depends on what I'm buying. I know, for example, this is a great example of what you're asking. I put up a video on this, and I got 10 comments on. I would never pay 100. I think what is it? What are they, Andrew? Like 169, 170 for this little guy. So I think the answer for me to your question is it depends on what I'm buying. On kind of the size of it and how it's made and who's making it. I mean, by the way, let's just talk about this for a second. We've got contoured, beautiful micarta here. We've got mosaic pins.
Oh, that's nice.
We've got and I think Andrew it's 3V with a convex grind. Okay, you can see that. It's definitely convex. So I don't know. I don't know. Would I pay 170 for this? I don't know. I think I would rather have the mini, which is a little bit bigger for me. But
I'm with you on that.
Wait a minute. We have thank you for being a member for 27 months so that you can ask my daughter's questions and I can see it. 83, Ashlyn, 83. Sorry, my daughter draws. It's a long story, but we have a bunny, and she brings the bunny on the stream, and we call him Monty, the killer bunny, from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And so she draws killer bunnies every week that we give away in the chat.
That's amazing.
In the live stream. Why are we out of focus here? This is fun. All right. Well, it'll fix eventually.
There it is.
JD says, just started carrying a fixie. Surprised how much I like the option. I got the Asher Little Buddy S90V for 110. Yeah, so I think the answer is I don't personally, Ricky, I don't know that I would catch myself paying more than 200 for a fixed blade at this point in time.
Right.
I think that's kind of my self-imposed spot. But I mean, if I found something that just kind of blew me away, a custom with all kinds of coolness to it, I would just break that too. So, but what about you?
Yeah, so it's funny that you say that because I have it's almost like my mind goes into two split ways. Like I have a price point for folders, I have a price point for fixed blades, and for a while as I was getting into it, I'm like, all right, well, I'm not spending any more than like $200 on a fixed blade. Then I got one sent to me, and I'm like, oh, I like that. I found a custom, and at Blade Show, my only knife purchase was a custom fixed blade that was about $450. And I'm like, never did I think that I would spend that much money on
and you're walking away with it going,
exactly. But I feel like you ask people, and most of the time, and this is just my opinion, the budget for fixed blades is way smaller than the budget on a folding knife. Like some people are like, yeah, I'd drop $500 on a Chavez right now. But then you're like, oh no, there's no way I'd drop $200 on a knife like an LT Wright, for example. So to me, psychologically, it's just funny kind of like comparing the thought process of it.
Yeah, that Gunny Sidekick is a sweet knife, freak show. I love that one. So let's have this conversation for a minute. All right. So Lefty and I are always saying on a folder, as guys who have priced knives being made and seen how much they cost us, we're always saying size doesn't matter. Okay. So the nip was still $200 at the Devo nip. And the reason was it size does not affect it Hardly at all. Everybody says, well, it's less material. Okay.
Right.
So on the nip, it would be less carbon fiber than a larger knife. It would be less steel, less liner material. Sure. Okay. I'm with you. But they still have to build it all, put it all together. And there's still that same amount of work going into putting a knife together. Actually, I would say it's probably more difficult. If you've ever disassembled a small knife and put it back together, you would say it's actually a little more complicated. So now here's the question. Chance up top said he would never pay $169 for this little bitty knife.
Mm-hmm.
So let's have that conversation real quick. And I've never priced what it costs to have this kind of fixed blade made. So, I mean, is that what we're really down to? It's so small. So I would never pay that much. But if this was, let's just say, an inch bigger, you would be okay with paying $169 for a Chance. I don't know. I don't know.
So that's when, to me, so when we talk about like the pricing of stuff, like I like to think of myself as somebody who's into EDC and loves collecting pocket knives for the hobby of it, right? Like I'm not a bushcraft guy. 100%. I'm not like hard using any pocket knives. And what I've noticed in the fixed blade realm is that like some fixed blades tend to be more expensive. And what I think some people may not take into account is that there is a singular guy in a garage, like hand grinding all these knives, like putting the scales, like there's just so much process that goes into it. And some people that stuff gets lost in translation. And that's something that I want to share more of on my page, and just kind of share the story of these things, because it's hard. Like you see it in a video, you see it in a photo, and you're like, dear God, Casey spent $200 on a knife. Like I can't, he's so rich. I can't believe it. And you're just like, you miss like all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes that makes this product happen. And I get not agreeing with the price point, but we can't sit here and like say like, oh, it's a small knife, it's not worth that much price. Like there's still people building the knife.
Right. It's really up to everybody. Now there's Aries again. So I just want to show now. I would tell you, Rikki, if you like looking at the process, Aries on his YouTube channel. So if you buy a custom from this guy, he shows you the knife being made on his YouTube channel.
Nice.
So I got to watch every step of this process of this knife being made. So it was, you really get an appreciation for what he's going through in his sweaty little Florida garage making this stuff.
Oh God. I lived in Orlando. I get that 100%. Oh.
Yeah. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out.
JD, hang with the wife. She's probably way better looking than me, man.
Oh, for sure. See you, JD. Thanks for stopping by.
Gotta be, dude. Yeah, Jeb Hornbeek's knives are incredible. I've seen some of his stuff as well. And Rusty, at Blade Show, you really get an appreciation for again, we all know the folding market, okay?
Right.
But you don't know about these guys out here. Jeremy and I sat at Blade Show last year at the Tempest booth with a fixed blade maker over here and a fixed blade maker over here and a fixed blade maker behind me. And we were talking to them the whole time. And these guys really put the work in. So Aries says he's in Orlando. So there you go.
Oh, awesome. There we go. I'm in Myrtle Beach now, but I lived in Orlando. Talking about what you said with
down there too.
The stuff behind the work of these things. So one of the coolest experience that I had at Blade Show West was meeting TJ Schwartz, and at his booth, what he did is, normally when you buy a Confidant or an Overland or any of his knives, you can choose all this stuff. Like you can choose the scales, there's like little washers in there, you can choose the color of all of your screws. So what he did at Blade Show West is he brought all these parts and he hand assembled this knife right in front of you.
Oh, wow.
And to me, like, this is a $295 fixed blade, which is expensive in my opinion when it comes to fixed blades. But I paid for it because I'm like, wow, like that is incredible craftsmanship. And it's also really damn cool to be able to see someone assemble this knife right in front of you. So that's where I think Aries is doing an incredible thing, because again, from the outside looking in, I could say it's $300 to someone. They're like, well, that's expensive. And I'm like, yeah, but I saw a dude hand assemble it. I saw the process. Like, That to me, the story alone is worth something.
Rikki, are you
Macedonian? No, I'm actually Venezuelan and Italian.
There you go. Wow, that's a combo right there.
Yeah,
that's
I think
pretty
it's
good
probably
right there.
the eyebrows, all the features. I always get very interesting.
It's awesome. Well, I get nothing. I'm actually mostly Greek, but I don't look Greek anymore. Hey, Rory, what the heck, dude? $20 super chat. Thank you, man.
That's awesome.
Thanks for the great guest and content. You're the best, man. Are you leaving? Okay, and this is your Daleka salute. We do this goofy thing where we do that.
That's awesome.
The way we thank people for all
that's
that.
Cool.
Hey, Aaron, what's up, man? Wolf down dinner. So this is my beautiful daughter, Ashlyn, right there.
Okay. Oh my goodness, look at a little bunny.
Crazy bunny Monty there. Where are you? What in the? Okay. He's crazy. He likes to go. There you go. That's what he does.
Oh,
he climbs in the hoodie pocket.
I love that.
Oh yeah, that's what he was trying to do. He loves
amazing.
It. So, all right, let's see what we got. Wait, do I know what this is? What is there? What's the reference?
It's a meme.
It's a meme. Okay. So this is Killer Bunny number 83, Gasping Bunny meme. And I don't know the reference, but maybe you guys do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the Pikachu.
Pikachu.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's great. Yes. Okay, so this will be in the giveaway tonight. There he is. Amazing. He's not killing anybody tonight. He's just gasping. So very, very cool. That will be the one. Thank you for doing that. You're a nice young lady. Did you have fun at work tonight? She loves working at Dick's Sporting Goods, right?
That's not, she looks way too excited about it.
Too many followers for me to say no. So yes.
Yes, too many. Yeah. Somebody will say,
CEO.
"Hey, there's this girl that works for
company
you."
Will call me. They'll be like, "So I heard."
Exactly.
The CEO is somewhere in here right now. So
I mean, there's 122 people in here, Ashley, not 1,222.
How many go back and watch the stream after?
A couple hundred after. No, about 500 or 600 after. All right. Well, all right. You know you love it. What department were you in today? Apparel again?
Cash
register. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
So do you like that better? You like that better. Okay. She likes working the cash registers better. She does not like the apparel department.
Oh, I worked retail many moons ago, so I understand that 100%.
Yeah, he worked
cash registers where it's at.
Yep.
Well, once I get all my other stuff off the ground, I won't have to work stuff.
Hopefully not. She's an artist and she's doing commissions and stuff, and so I've actually got
more in a week than I make in 2 weeks working at Dick's off of commissions.
Awesome. So. What are you using? Procreate? What program are you using?
Here, Ash, put this in so she can hear you. There you go. And that is the answer is yes, but we'll let her answer. Left ear. What are you using to make your stuff?
I use an iPad and Procreate.
Good stuff.
Software.
I like dig it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My fiance does a little bit of work on Procreate as well. She loves that. It's a fun app. I try to get into it. I'm the guy with the editing and video skills. I don't draw. That's for sure.
Right. No.
I mean, can you pull up my Instagram? Because I don't have my phone down here.
Why am I pulling up your Instagram?
That's what I was going to show.
What is happening? What's all that?
LU.
Okay.
Lou.
Instagram. That's what you just said.
Yeah. My story.
I'm getting there. Why don't you be patient?
Neil says 36 plus years in retail. I hate it. God bless. 36 plus years.
So yeah, she does like anime stuff.
Oh, that's like awesome. Oh, that's so sick.
Is that you? Who is that?
That's just a character.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Good stuff.
So there you are, right?
Yep, that was me. When I had shorter hair.
How long have you been drawing though?
I picked it up. So funny enough, I picked it up in 6th grade. I wasn't good in 6th grade. He can tell you my drawings were terrifying in 6th grade.
I don't think they were terrifying.
They were horrible.
This one's always funny. This is a fire ant.
Fire.
Oh, that's great. Well, he's a supportive dad. He's not going to be like, yeah, they sucked.
No,
Yeah,
doing
my
that.
drawings in 6th grade. Honestly, I had art teachers tell me that they did not think I was going to be an art student.
Oh well, now you can prove them wrong. That's great.
They were just like, maybe you should try something else, and I was like, no, I'm good.
That's
What
awesome.
is he writing exactly?
It's called a Thomas, but it's basically like a green emu. It's from a show, but
Okay.
it's like a tealish colored, like it almost looks like an emu, but
Very cool.
But yeah, I don't know. My teachers always were like, "Yeah,
You're
sure."
doomed. Right.
Mhm. Hey, it's okay. I did the same thing.
Yeah, 8th grade was when I started to actually like pick up and actually started to do good at art. And then 9th grade hit. I was only doing anime style stuff at that point. And my art teacher sits me down in class one day and goes, "We're doing realistic portraits. You're going to draw one." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And she's like, "No, you're going to draw one." And so I ended up picking up realistic portraits for a while, which I think that was one of my best things that I ever got at. Does my thing have did I post the Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr. I don't
think
know. I got
did.
off of it now.
I don't think I did. I think I forgot to.
Nope.
Well, I mean, that one's good.
Well,
Like,
there's
and so she was
dot
like,
matrix art, basically.
it was done with dots.
hell yeah. That's awesome.
That was my senior year. So after her struggling with me for half a semester trying to get me to draw a realistic portrait of somebody, I finally did. And then I started only drawing that for years.
That's great. Good for you. Keep that up.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
great.
Transferred back to
So
anime
I've got
stuff,
the
but-
new Tempest Knives t-shirts samples will be here Thursday or Friday. So
Have you showed them that, or are you waiting?
I'm waiting to show them when it's on a t-shirt. So, and then hopefully I'm going to buy a bunch of those or have them for
Feel
sale.
the
or
anticipation.
something. Yeah, no, you gotta keep some.
Yeah, man.
keep a little bit of
Nowadays it's
surprise.
hard. It's hard to surprise people nowadays. Everyone's a detective.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yep. Well, that's what I did. I did not show any images of the Fractus until I had the prototypes, and everybody's like, "What?" So that was fun. That was like that was kind of cool. I'm not gonna do that every time, but I'll do that sometimes because it's a lot of fun that way. So very cool. Well, thank you. Is he still in there?
Yeah.
Yep, he's still in there.
Just hanging out, just a little bunny in a
Yep, that's what he does.
I love that.
It's like a kangaroo.
Yep,
That's the
he
best.
thinks he's a kangaroo. I don't know what that thing is. He's crazy.
He literally thinks he's a kangaroo, and people are like, if he got outside, he'd run away. I'm like, if he got outside, something would eat him in 5
Yeah,
minutes.
he's got it.
we have we have
Vultures.
hawks. The vultures are one thing, but they won't come after a live creature. They'll wait till it's dead. But we have hawks that sit in these trees right behind the house. And
they're
I was
ready.
out in the yard one day and I saw that sucker come down on a squirrel so hard that it was like, holy moly, that poor squirrel. It was just like, that squirrel didn't even know what hit him.
My
no.
mom's
idea.
nemesis squirrel.
Yeah.
My
I wish.
mom has an ongoing war with this one squirrel that lives in our yard.
Tears up her plants, digs in the plants.
It takes their
Oh
plants.
my
It
God.
started stealing some of her decorations from the porch. Like, she came outside one day because she heard like a bang and something fell over, and she ran outside, and he was running away with one of her decorations, and she's like, "Get back here!"
You need to
I
start
heard her
filming
go
all this.
outside 3 times.
This is like a
heard her go
TV show.
outside 3 or 4
Oh,
times
yeah.
to chase the squirrel. I like kid you not. She was like, I had to chase that squirrel for the 3rd time today, and I'm like,
Wow. So people are selling pinions on Reddit now? What's up with that, man? Somebody said there was on she needs a Flemish giant. No, that's that big giant rabbit, the one that's like this big.
I like the small one.
I saw one on NAF sale recently too. So no, we are not giving away.
So here's a question. Does that bother
Yep.
you as a maker? Yeah?
No.
Just you don't care.
I'm just being. I'm like,
Resellers
why
are
would
gonna
you
happen
sell
no
that
matter
knife?
what.
Come on, but this from the guy that sells knives all the time. No, I'm just.
Well, I
being,
always thought
I'm being
about that. I'm
silly.
like, as a designer, as a maker, I'm like, does it bother you sometimes that like people are like, like,
Once they buy it, they've shown their support, and
right?
you know how it is, man.
Oh
Just like
yeah,
you
yeah.
said with your watches, you're gonna move on to the next thing, and you
Mhm.
got to sell some stuff to go buy some more stuff, and that's just
Exactly.
the way it is. So it is.
Mike said, yeah, it
So,
bothers him. Eating him up inside.
I'm gonna catch the squirrel whisperer. I'm gonna catch the squirrel and I'm gonna take it into church with me so we can have like the Mississippi Squirrel revival
there
song,
you go.
like reenactment going on. There'll be a whole revival going on. Like,
Yeah, you
Dude,
need to
I'm not
start.
kidding. I'm not kidding, Byron. That hawk is ridiculous. She swoops out of a tree, and I'm pretty sure it's a she, but she swoops out of a tree, and she just comes down on something, and it's like that squirrel didn't even know she was in the vicinity.
Yeah, you need to record that in slow motion.
About that song, I love that song.
There you go, My Journey. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Pit Crew. Appreciate you, my friend. Definitely, if you've not been a member before, send me an email, knivesfast@gmail.com.
They're telling me I'm too young to know Mississippi Squirrel Revival.
No, she's not. She's got me as her dad. So
I listen to old country music.
And JR with the 12 months of membership. He says, hello, KC, Ricky, and everyone driving home from work. Good to see you, man.
Up?
Okay, let's see what. Now, Andy here, Andrew Bradley, he's a big fixed blade guy. He says, all my leather sheaths had to be replaced by Kidex one because the leather one got so worn out, the knives fell out. Okay. Wow, man.
That's
you're
an
using the
interesting
heck
problem.
out of those suckers. That's
Going
interesting.
Like full in, no stop, right through a leather sheath.
Yep. So that's interesting. So what about anybody else in the chat? Questions about fixed blades, thoughts about fixed blades? And then Ricky, we can talk about whatever, man. It doesn't have to all be fixed blades, but
yep, and work on
take
homework,
it easy.
So I'm gonna take
there was one fixed blade you were showing me recently. Do you have that one with you? I can't remember what it. Shoot, it was,
Dirt in the Bible.
I
love that song too, though. I could sing it word for word.
Trying to remember which one it was. It was a small one. I think wood handles, kind of a bigger, taller blade.
I don't remember what it was, but sadly, almost everything is packed up right now. So
you're packed up and ready to move. Well,
yeah, nothing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say nothing is accessible. Just this.
Well, that's all you get to carry for the rest of your life.
For the next week and a half.
Thank you, Blue. Blue Minotti gave a membership to Todd Carr. Welcome back, Todd.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Blue. I don't know what I just did with the Dolica. There it is. Very cool. Well, that's fine. Now, are we talking about your next phase of things here? Are we able to talk about what you're doing? Yeah, go for it, man.
Tell us man, of course.
So
for the last 8 months now, I've been working with Taylor from Best Damn EDC for everybody watching. So I've been his video guy for the last 8 months. That's why there's been a big change in content and all the restructuring on social media, which has been super fun. But like I mentioned earlier, I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He lives in North Carolina. So I'm having, for the last 8 months, I've been driving up and down, 3.5 hours there. I'd stay there for about a week. We'd film, I'd drive back again. So I've been doing that for a while. And up until my lease was up here. So my lease is coming up this next week and we're finally moving. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be great just to be closer and not worry about driving and just be able to not stress on getting content. We have 7 days to film 5 videos. It'll be way more laid back. So
right. Less travel time, more right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
definitely would be crazy.
A
fixed blade needs to be easy to carry and easily accessible and comfortable to carry. Yeah,
I agree with that 100%.
I mean, that's kind of the way I feel about it too. And I think that. Sorry, I drank too much water there. I think that kind of comes from my background of carrying folders because you guys know. I mean, folders are simple. They pop in the pocket. They got a clip. They pop out. It's not a big deal. And so that's why sometimes, if a fixed blade isn't right, I don't want to carry it because I know I can just pop any given folder out here and I'm good to go, Oh, by the way, I wanted to show another fixed blade that this is in the giveaway drawer, but I haven't given it away yet. Did you see
what
of
is
these?
that?
This is a Dirk Pinkerton design. I forget the name of the silly thing all of a sudden. Nope, it's the variable Warncliffe by Dirk Pinkerton. And so you've got just this little nub back here. You can see one finger goes there, one goes there, and you've just got this little nub. Now, I would not, just because it's kind of sloppy on your finger, I would not recommend this as a weapon. Okay, to me, this is literally your package opener.
Right.
This is you sit this by the front table and package comes in and you go whoop and put it back in the sheath. But I mean, again, it is a really cool design. It actually feels great in the hand like this little bulldog.
Would you ever rock that as a neck knife?
As a neck knife? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be giving it away. Why will it not go back in the sheath now? See, that's me with this thing. It was ornery.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, you could definitely neck knife that thing, man.
Man, it like kind of bothers me that they made the sheath so square. Like
it is very square. It's funny because the knife is so small,
right?
And then
like
you've got this crazy. I mean, let's just talk about where were we? I mean, it's not much bigger than this sheath. I mean, much smaller. I'm saying, it's a lot of wasted.
You got more material on that sheath than on like the whole knife.
But I do like that they went full on with the weave carbon fiber. I mean, I'm just like, wow. And it is God. 154. Yeah, this is a Kaiser knife. So I almost shot that one. But there's so many variations of fixed blades out there available. I think it's definitely a path that I'm going to be stuck going down. I do have this weird, you're a content creator. Let's see if you're weird like me or if I'm the only weird one.
Oh man, throw it. Let's see.
I actually said for quite a while that I wanted this is the Bark River, Iron River that Andrew sent me to check out. And I haven't bought one yet, but I have this weird policy in my channel. If I get a knife in and I review this knife, and I turn, pass around or a company sends it to me, I will not then go buy this knife because I need to keep content coming in. So I've already reviewed it, so I'm not going to buy it. But this is definitely right up my alley of one that I would like. And you can see it compares nicely to that LT Wright. So it's LT Wright versus Bark River there, if you will, but that convex grind is just
I think so. It's funny you say that because when I've gotten knives in for review, I think there's been maybe 2 times that I decided to keep it, and one of those times was the Chavez Kickstop because I had gotten it so ahead of time, and I was like, oh, I want to be the cool guy who has it like 3 weeks early, so I bought it. And I think the other time was like maybe a Microtech because I was like, wow, I really like this. But after that time, I'm kind of on the same boat. Like if I get something in a review, there's a part of me that's like, well, I carried it for a little bit. I can already tell that I'm not going to fall in love with it. So let me just go ahead and move on with it. So, I mean, I guess in a way, it's a blessing that we kind of are in the position where we can check stuff out first.
Totally agree. But I do break my own rules quite often. So please understand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Scary is the LT Wright Bushcrafter. Yep. Great one, James.
Oh, yeah.
Relative Hella is a tiny little bulldog. That thing, it's a little fixed blade, very small fixed blade. I like that thing a lot. And
you ever check out
he's taking you out of the woods here.
I'm the weird one. Sorry, dude. Did you ever check out the GMF1? The little fixed blade from Giant Mouse.
I like the look of that one, but I've never actually checked it out. No.
So for a lot of people, and for me especially, that was like one of my very first fixed blades way back then. And it was one of those knives where I think before I learned as much as I have now about fixed blades, I definitely didn't appreciate it. Have you ever been in that position where like either you sold something and you were like, ah man, like now I get it and now I can't get it back?
Right. No, I've definitely my opinions, by the way, thank you, My Journey. I appreciate that. Thank you. I like this shirt too. Trying to get the new shirt in a similar color, actually, because I like this color. So no RNK live today. RNK. Oh, Rob's nerdy nuts. Well, Ed, you should be here anyway. So, he shouldn't be live now because this stream is on. And I already told you earlier today, it's the best live stream on the internet. So,
can vouch. And it's not just because I'm here.
I did have my tongue in my cheek firmly and my fingers crossed. And but it's all I say it all the time, hoping that I'm gonna like stir up some sort of controversy, but I literally say it every Monday in a short, and I've never had anybody go, "What do you mean it's the best?" And I've always been waiting for somebody to just get bent out of shape.
You're doing it wrong, bro. Let me educate you on YouTube drama. All right, what we got to do.
I am not the drama guy, so go ahead.
I got you. What we got to do is I've been on this live stream now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll make a video, and then I'll use this video in my video, and I'll be like, Casey said that this is the best live stream, and I heard that he talked bad about so and so and so and so. So
yes,
I got you covered.
Go ahead, pick somebody good. Pick somebody good. I did last week. Last Friday, I did say something about the whole Joe X controversy. So I was a little afraid because I literally never bought it from moment one. I knew it was just a stunt. That's the way I felt about it, at least. Maybe it was. Maybe he really lost his stuff. I don't know, but I didn't get all up in arms about it, and a lot of people did. And it is what it is. I'm glad the guy's back doing his channel, but he did gain like 15,000 subs or something.
Oh yeah.
So good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Joe Capt.Rikki, I have not dropped anything tonight. So thank you very much. Go ahead.
My philosophy is, it's just pocket knives. Like sometimes some of us get really wound up and I'm like, guys, we're a bunch of grown men who collect pocket knives. Like we gotta chill out sometimes.
Yep, I agree. So yeah, Kevin's bald face looks awful. You can just quote me on that.
So bad.
The beard was epic. I mean, the thing is, the guy can grow a real beard. I mean, it looks nice.
I don't know. I noticed
white like this one.
I noticed a change in his demeanor when he grew a beard. Like it was just like a completely different man. So I'm pretty upset about it.
He's a totally different guy. I'm pretty upset as well. Yeah, he looked kind of depressed in the video today. Here, all right, we gotta go over here now. All right,
we're gonna start a whole conspiracy theory against Kev shaving his beard. We got to figure out why it happened.
Let's see. Lefty. Yeah, I bet his wife made him shave it. That's what it is. All right, we're gonna. Oh, come on, Instagram. Nope, it wasn't on Instagram. It must have been on YouTube.
Either that, or I don't know if it's ever happened to you. I went ahead and grabbed the smaller clipper once and went. And I'm like, oh no!
I've definitely done that a few times. All right, we're gonna find this video. This is very important that everybody see this. Dang it! I can't. I don't know where it was now. All right. Well, anyway, trust me. Earlier tonight, I saw a video of Kevin, bald face, talking about thank you for supporting the Devo drop today. So it's out there. I just can't find it.
I believe it.
Rocky,
I'm gonna start a controversy. Chef Rocky.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Deadlock and Jetstream.
Deadlock and Jetstream in his pockets. Very cool. Jetstream
actually, Rocky, how's your Deadlock? I overheard either I overheard the story or I saw it somewhere, but I think USPS kind of destroyed his Deadlock. Like
what?
Crushed. Yeah, I don't know if I saw pictures on Instagram or something.
Rocky, thank you. Thank you for the $10 super chat there, Rocky. Appreciate you, brother.
I see Ian's in here. Did Taylor pick out your outfit? Look, man. This is what I was wearing today, Ian. All right. It's just what I had on.
Next question: how do you do his stuff and keep yours going?
It's pretty simple, honestly. Like with content creation, like it's different than like with where you're at, where like Metal Complex and Tri-State, like you guys are like content machines. Like you guys are putting out 2 to 3 videos every day. For us, we're a little bit on the slower side because we don't, yeah, you guys are crazy. You guys do more knife reviews than we do. Like for us, it's usually generalized topics. Like we'll do like 10 awesome fixed blades or 15 budget knives. Just because for us it's that simple. Like love Taylor to death, but him like focusing on one thing, we would have like an hour-long video on like one pocket knife. Like we're just not as quick as you guys are when it comes to like, here's a knife and this and that. So it's easier because with his workload, it's not as demanding. And he's also been just super cool about like, make sure that you also do your thing. Like I know you're working for me, but I want you to have your own brand and your own style. So it's been super easy and on that front for me to kind of keep up with it. And I've been doing more of like this fun content. Like, I don't know if you've seen any of the EDC guy reels or the collaborations with Sam and Brandon. Like my content has changed up a little bit over the last couple months, just focusing more on having fun. I think for a while I got way too serious about like making sure the photos looked really nice. And like, I had to know everything about everything. And like, you know what, I'm not having fun with it anymore. So it's changed up quite a bit.
Rocky, this makes me sick to my stomach, man.
Yeah, there it is.
Apparently the old one, they must have replaced it, or I don't know, or he got another one or something. But that's horrendous.
Yeah. That hurts.
But I got distracted there. But first of all, this theory right here, this is what we're going with. Kev burned his beard off while saving a puppy from a burning building. That's what it is. Oh gosh, no,
he's like Spider-Man.
Kevin would actually stand outside and say, "Oh, poor puppy." He would not go in there and save that puppy. Come on, let's be real.
I don't know, man. Kev could be like Batman. I've never seen Batman and Kev in the same room. You know, it's a little weird.
It's good. All right, so the Blade Show pocket check video props.
Oh,
man.
Thank you.
That was pretty cool. Very nice. Like I told you, I don't watch enough of other people's content because I'm too busy like nose down trying to
grinding it out.
Ask my wife. She wants to kill me some days because I'm just like so focused on getting everything done. And it's like, okay, could you put the laptop away for a minute, please?
Mm-hmm. So actually, let me ask you this question from a content creator to now another one. What's your workflow look like? Like, what do you do on a day-to-day when it comes to content creation for your page?
Well, first of all, I have a full-time job, and I have 2 other jobs that I do like freelance, and mine are TV related. So I work in the TV industry at a university, and then I run camera on the weekends for sporting events for whoever will hire me, and then but day to day, I mean, like today, Monday's pretty psycho. Coming home from the job, trying to get dinner going, and then immediately jumping in. If a package comes in, I'm immediately doing an unboxing video so I can get that one in the queue. But I got to tell you, man, it's hit and miss these days on the reviews. It actually, the way it works for me typically.
Yeah, I gotta go. Like, yeah. God, Chef Rocky, you gotta put me on blast.
There you go, Rocky.
Now I gotta go find you and add you.
I had to stop for that, dude. I wasn't gonna let it go. That's
not in front of my friends, Chef. God.
But here's the way it usually works for me. So, like, I know Monday nights are crazy because of the stream, so no reviews are getting done today. So it's usually Wednesday nights pretty slow around this house, and like Thursday nights sometimes, and then Sundays. And so I usually set aside some time on those and slam out like 4 or 5 reviews at once, set up the camera, pump them out one at a time, do a little research in between, and then, do the reviews. And it depends on what I'm going to do. Sometimes lately I've been trying to do more comparison stuff because those seem to do much better. when I have something that makes sense, I'm trying to do a lot more heavy comparison because people really seem to dig that stuff. But I guess it's way more hit and miss than I wish it was. But I'm nowhere close to being able to go full time with this. So it's, I'll just keep going the best I can. What happens though, I'll tell you right. I mean, if you look at this is not even everything that's in right now for review. What happens is I was out of town for a week on a business trip. When I came back to 19 knives, and then there are more coming in. So 2 more came in tonight. Matter of fact, I thought I would absolutely hate this little thing.
Oh, it looks so fun though.
But well, here's the thing. What I didn't take into account is how flippin' smooth it is. I didn't even like the idea of having to do it with the wrist, but it doesn't take, well, of course I'm screwing it up now, but it doesn't take a lot to do it. It's super smooth. I still wish it had a flipper tab because I'm weird. It would be really cool with just a little low profile kind of bleep. That would be kind of cool. But let me tell you, it's Best Tech just.
Yeah, that looked like a fun project. I saw those on Instagram, and at first I was like, man, that's interesting. And now I've seen a couple more. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I do genuinely like that.
You know what's cool about it? It's a cricket, but man, all I can think about with that pattern is like a spider web. Man, it's like a Spider-Man knife. That's exactly what this looks like to me. But I do like the aesthetic overall. I didn't think I would, because cricket, ew. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty dang cool, and I can get 4 fingers on it. So, and then the other one that came in today that I did this thing is a flipping beast.
What is that?
TACCOM. Shoot, I'm gonna forget the name of it now. So I'll look it up. The issue with this is they put this cord cutter on the back, and my pinky keeps catching this lip right here. It's the only, but it is. You want to talk about a beast? This thing is a beast.
Interesting that they did all that contouring like that on the scale of an OTF too. That's so wild.
Yeah, and look at this, because your fingers, that is magic right there. Again, I keep falling in that, so I'm not a huge fan of that. I guess if you got smaller hands, you'd probably be fine. But for me, I keep falling kind of back here, and it doesn't. I don't think I'm going to get cut by the cord cutter, but it just doesn't feel. I got to remember the name of it now. It is the. Oh, come on, really? TACCOM Grunt.
Interesting.
Grunt, and it looks kind of like a grunt. So
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, and you can hear it just fires, man. That's
crazy though. So came home to 19 knives. Like that to me is insane. I'd lose my mind. I lose my mind. No. Yeah, I lose my mind over like 5, and I'm like, oh no.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not. The good news is that Kev sent some, and some had to go into the pass around, so I did those pretty quick and got them out. And then he told me on the ones that are his, he said, don't just put them in the back, come back to them. So thank goodness there's 3 here that are Kev's that he was just like, don't worry about it. Get them when you can. Of course, very soon he'll be saying, "Where's my Richard Rogers?" And the Pena Paramore. This thing is pretty slick as well.
They are crushing it.
Yeah, Pena just does some really cool stuff. And then we can't do a live stream and not talk about this one that I have. Friends with the donut guys. So.
I think actually that's probably what package is waiting for me downstairs. I got a thing on here. It must be the Outbreak.
Yeah, so this is the Outbreak. And these are on Kickstarter as we speak. So guys, I'm not doing a good job of reading the chat tonight because we're talking, but Ricky's my friend on Instagram. That's hilarious.
Ian's just rubbing it in.
Pizza lovers got the good dinner going on. You gotta love that, man.
Oh,
but this if I'm being honest, I did buy a Hansen and I love the blade on the Hansen, but
Same.
this is way more an aesthetic that speaks knife to me.
Right.
You know, and actually it comes, you can buy them with the plain scale, so you don't even have to have sprinkles at all if you don't want them. This one speaks knife language. So if you guys are interested, definitely check out the Kickstarter. I think they got like 27 days left and they're short. So definitely check them out. They got time. So check out the Outbreak for sure. I got to get my video done on this and get this out.
I really enjoyed the Hansen. I enjoyed their collab with Vosteed and the Raccoon, but for some reason, the one that stood out to me the most, which I said I was going to pick up and I haven't yet because I don't even know if they have them anymore, was that Chicago with that really long blade. Like, to me, that was so interesting and weird that it was one of those where I'm like, I need that just because it's weird. Like, I just
Right. No, it's an interesting one, but I really liked it. The only thing that I would quabble with them on this is something that is not a big deal. I'm going to nitpick it because that's what I do in a review. I'm just not a huge fan of the saw teeth jimping.
Right.
I know a lot of people love it. It does. If you want to be locked in, it's great, but it tends to be a little aggressive for me, but it does its job like jimping's supposed to do. I like that they put some up here. That's kind of cool. But that's the only little nitpick that I've got at this point on the knife. It's a good knife. Best Tech again, killing it.
Yeah. To me, all the jimping on it is what makes it so interesting as well. Like the fact that there's jimping all the way up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that is like aggressive as hell, and you got sprinkles on it.
Look at the back of the knife. I mean, it's jimp-tastic, man. This thing is like, man. If you are a jimping lover, this is your jimping knife. I mean, this is absolutely. I mean, look at that. You got just on the spine of the knife, you got 4 sets of jimping across that. And they might as well. They need to just do a knife with it all the way from tip to tail.
Yeah.
They just.
I love the fact that it looks like such a mean ass knife, but then you see the guys and it's just like the most nicest human beings.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Chicago's in stock on their website.
Yep. I guess I
missed
that.
You have no excuses now, man. I'm sorry.
Exactly. No, I'm glad.
Oh, Jim, that hurts, brother. We have this debate all the time, Rikki, and I've given into it, and I've started putting jimping on my knives. Okay, but
peer pressure, bro. Peer pressure.
The debate began with my first knife, the Pinion. All right, so the Pinion has no jimping, and I caught so much grief for not putting jimping on this knife, but I'm like, you got a thumb ramp, it locks you in, you don't really need the jimping. And everyone's like, oh, how dare you, sacrilege. So I started putting it on my knives. I caved in. We're doing the jimping. So it's good. So,
I gotta say, man, I'm gonna play devil's advocate again. I like this knife has no jimping on it either, and again, nothing against Jim, because Jim's probably a badass, you know what I mean? He's probably out there actually using his knives and not like me cutting boxes. But I'm like, what am I getting? Yeah, like for me, with the people that are in my field of EDC, the cutting boxes guys, I'm like, why would you need jimping? I was like, you're just cutting a box. You're cutting tape. You're cutting like a steak. Like, what are you talking about?
That's where I'm at. For what I'm doing, I don't need jimping. Now there's too much jimping. Great God. Jeez, dude. Jeez. Yeah, I got lots of jimping on the practice.
Oh man. You see, you went too far. Yeah,
this is moving to right here. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny. We go through knives and if you look like the Peña Paramore, it's got this little bit of jimping, and all that is for is the front flipper. Okay, which I missed. It's not where it needs to be for your thumb at all. It's, you know,
right.
So everybody's got a philosophy on it. Most of them are completely different. I mean, Richard Rogers here. This is a very well-selling knife, and there's not a lick of jimping on this sucker. So,
right. I like this. Gingerfish said Jim Hater.
Jim Hater. Jim.
This is your controversy.
This is right. This is what happens when we start talking about jimping on this chat.
This is your. Oh, I love this. Jim Kate.
Yep. Here we go. I started it. It's gonna come back and kick me in the butt. Well, dude, I really appreciate you coming on. It's about time for me to wrap and start doing a giveaway here. And you're welcome to hang out, or you're welcome to go while we do the giveaway, whichever you prefer. But
I'll stay for the giveaway.
Okay, cool. So and tonight we're just gonna keep the love going, and we're gonna give this guy away. So we're gonna give away the JL Quaken from Kubi. You can see I did cut with it a little bit for my testing. Sorry about that, but no, it'll probably clean up. I don't know if that's scuffing or if it's just. Oh, come on! Yeah,
does that have jimping on
it? Yeah, there's jimping.
Oh, there's some jimping. Hey, there you go.
And look here. There's jimping here.
Oh boy, what a treat!
Crazy. Now I will say this: I will probably ship this wrapped in bubble wrap, but probably not ship you the box. The box that Kubi sends these in is pretty big, so just for ease of shipping, if you win this, you're probably just getting the knife and not the box. Okay, sorry. I don't know if I figure it out. If I have a box big enough, then maybe I will. But that's what we're doing. And then I have a slip made by Alicord Paracord. I forgot I had this. It sat in the bottom of the drawer, so this is a little paracord slip here from Alice. And of course, guys, you're going to have a massive bag of swag, stickers like crazy. And then here's another, besides the bunny, of course, here's another crazy one we do. You talk about butter knives. This is the Knives Fast, Butter Knives Fast, number 140. There are 143 of these out there somewhere, signed by my son Trevor, because it was his idea. And by the way that one started was he came down and he was trying to be a smart aleck, and he brings me a butter knife and asked me to review it, and I literally did a review on this butter knife on my stream. And so everybody's like, "Oh, you got to commemorate that." So that's how that happened. And so that one just goes on forever. So it's that simple, guys. That's the pieces of the giveaway tonight. You get a fixed blade, and let's see. Of course, we're gonna make this really easy now, guys. U.S. address is only for the giveaway, and please only enter with one account. Don't log into 32 accounts or even 2 accounts. Be fair to everybody. And there is your hashtag. You only need to do it once. And if I win, the butter knife is getting put in a frame. Very cool.
I like that, Jim.
Is in a frame. Somebody else has theirs in a plastic case.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. It became a phenomenon, man. No,
dude, I like that.
Not international.
Jim is in here just bullying everyone. He said Palmer has soft hands too. He's just out here wrecking everyone.
Jim, you're supposed to be the nice guy, man.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I love that Ian spelled Fixie wrong. He put Feecey.
Oh, don't do that. Ian, you'll need to fix that if you want to get in. And you got to do it just like it is on the screen, all caps, guys, or it will not work, okay? And the surprise Pika Bunny. Yes, there you go. You let the mod power. That's right. I just made Jim a mod, and now he's like, it's gone to his head. That's what it is.
He's like Thanos. He just got the last Infinity Stone. Now he's out here destroying everyone.
Jim is such a lovable dude. I don't get what's going on. You gotta be nice to support him.
Oh my god! I love everybody accidentally spelling Fixie wrong though, like that, and everybody's like checking each other.
How do
I
you
love
spell
this.
it? That's typical for this chat. It's everybody's so nice. Wait a minute. Why did we
Fix me?
I only hurt the ones I love. There you go.
Fix me. That's funny.
That's
Oh my
good.
God. I
Yeah,
love that.
they're having fun. They're having fun. Hey, look at that. Coprolite took a break from his boot waterproofing to type in Fixie there. That's good. Hopefully he's done by now. My butter knives fast is in my knife case with a pinion, microburst, and jet stream. Says
he's got the whole collection.
He does, man. I love it. That is awesome. Boomer Fix. That's another one. They always call me the boomer. And I'm not a boomer. Dang it. That's gonna go on forever. It's just gonna go on.
That's the funny part about the internet, you know. It's just it'll never go away. It'll forever be there to follow you.
Someday in like 2053, when I'm dead in the ground, somebody will do a search. That's fast. Oh yeah, he was a boomer.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
I got this butter knife.
Yep.
Yeah, Ricky's finding all the knife ass memes in a single stream. I'm honored, honestly. This has been not only a blast, but I'm glad that I get the inside look into all these things. This is great.
Yeah, we're it's because I screw up so much and everything turns into like they're talking about me dropping knives. I do from time to time drop knives on my laptop. And so I've been called the keyboard killer, and so there's all kinds of stuff, man.
Oh my God! Oh, we do the same thing with Brandon. I think Brandon was taking apart a knife once, and he lost a screw, and that's followed him for like a year now. Like they fun of him forever.
That's hilarious. Hey, Kaleidoscope, what's up, man? 133 people in the house. Thanks, guys. Choking. Thanks, guys, for being here. Yeah, I'm a boomer at heart. That's right.
What is going on in here? Jim said,
"Who's the OEM on the butter knife?" It's Temu, guys. It's Temu.
It's a Wish special. A Wish collab.
Actually, you know where I get the butter knives? Dollar Tree.
Dang.
Dollar Tree. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You should go all out. This might be too much, but this is where my brain goes into overdrive to do a whole leather sheath for it. Like you have to give it a Kidex, a leather sheath. Like,
oh gosh, that's not a bad idea, man.
Go all out with it.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh my goodness, shopping like a billionaire. Yep, that's me. I'm only 43, but get off my lawn. All right, guys, we're gonna let it go for about another minute here, and then we are gonna draw us one of them there winner things. Hey, Gorilla, sure, Gorilla, just show up for the giveaway, brother. Just show up for the giveaway.
Opportunity right there.
I wasn't reading the chat very well, so he's probably been here, and I'm busting his chops.
His boomer ways leading him to believe his keyboard needs ventilation properly. Oh my God, you guys are
right. Oh my goodness. Now see, Jim here. Jim is close to boomer age. But we love
55.
Oh
my God.
I was born in 69. Okay, I was born in 1969.
I'm not even gonna share how old I am. Jesus Christ!
I am moon landing years old. If you tell me you're as old as my oldest son, I'm gonna scream. No. He's 29, so hopefully you're a little older than that.
Get ready to scream. 1994. I'm 1 year older than your son.
Great. All right. Fine.
Shots fired. I'm 34 and I feel like
what did you say? Jim's a mod here, but not me. What gives? All right, Ian.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Listen, I had to go take a lesson in how to add mods last night to add Jim. No, so here's the deal. I've been doing all these pop-up vertical live streams lately, and it has been fun and crazy. So we had a guy that literally was threatening to come to my house and said he knew where I lived and all this stuff.
Oh, jeez.
So I need some more mods just to make sure. There's been a couple of kind of over the toppers in those vertical streams. They go literally, Ricky, you start them as long as it's in there's a kind of a golden time area. You start one of those and it literally will go from 10 people, and it's these people. 10 people will show up, and then all of a sudden I'm at 150 people watching the live stream, and I'm like, and it's cool, but it's also very volatile. You got to be careful.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
More mods right now because those are all your alt accounts. Is that right, Michael? But that guy was kind of being, because I joked, I laughed about it. I said, "Oh, funny, you know where I live? Ha ha ha." Come. No, seriously, I know where you live, and I am coming for you. And I'm like,
"Oh, geez, yeah, that's
okay." And I'm
intense.
sure he's just being a jerk, but
yeah,
like,
you just never know nowadays, though.
You don't belong
you never
here.
know.
Yeah, so it's
well,
David.
Ian is a mod. Ian's a mod everywhere. He showed up to, I think, one of our first live streams on the Best EDC channel, and he became a mod. And I was like, it's about right, Ian. Like,
there you go.
You're a mod in every channel that I've ever watched. So
there you go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw this, guys, and then we can chat for a few more minutes and get off of here, and we'll see. All right, so if you have not entered, you have about 10 seconds. Okay. Oops, what just happened? What did I do? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. All right. So let's see who our winner is. It's slowing down and you'll see your name, but then it'll pass you. And now we'll find our winner.
Hey, be shady.
People always get so upset about that part where it slows down on their name and they're like, oh, because it's on Rusty. It's hung there on Rusty for the longest time. Sorry, Rusty. Oh, thanks, Chance. Chance going to be my bodyguard. That's cool.
Hey, look at that, dude. Now you're covered.
Yep. Let's see. Be shady. What you need to do is send me an email with your address and your real name, your screen name, your real name, and your address, and I will get this out to you. And hopefully you're cool that you're not getting the box, because I just don't want to ship this box. Look at the size of the box next to the knife. I mean, it's like, really?
Oh, come on.
Lengthwise, I get it, but it's like, yeah,
you should probably just cut the box up. Cut the box up and then send the box cut.
There you go. I can do that. If you want the box cut down, let me know. Be shady. I can cut it down and you can still have it.
Oh,
yep. Oh gosh, nice win, Be Shady. Congratulations. Cue up the Paul Simon. What am I missing there? Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Does Ricky know who Paul Simon is?
I don't.
Oh, geez. Simon and Garfunkel. You ever heard of Simon and Garfunkel? No. Okay. All right.
Keep in mind too, not only was I born in 1994, but I spent from 1994 to 2001 in Venezuela. So like a lot of American history stuff or pop culture stuff, like I was not aware till way later on.
So there was this guy to me, this is much worse. There was a guy that used to work for me at the TV station I worked at. And If You'll Be My Bodyguard, that's probably the most popular Paul Simon song. But this guy, and this was in just as the Eagles were finishing their career, the band the Eagles, and this guy had never heard of the Eagles. And I gave that guy such a hard freaking time. I'm like, you cannot go through your life and not know who this. So I bought this guy like the Eagles' greatest hits and gave it to him. He liked fell in love. I'm like you cannot go through your life without knowing who the Eagles are.
My version.
Don't tell me, okay?
No, I know the Eagles. My version of that story is I used to be a personal trainer, and I was training a mom and her two younger daughters. I think they were like maybe 16 or 17, and we were playing. There's John Mayer playing on the speakers, and I'm like, oh, I love John Mayer. did you guys ever listen to it? And they're like, who's John Mayer? And I'm like, oh no. I was like, is this my version of that story? I was like,
I do know who John Mayer is. Now, my kids often play bands. Like my son and his girlfriend come down here and they'll play music, and I'm like, what is that? And I've never heard of whoever there. But look at this, Rocky. That is hilarious, dude. Thank you. After my mama gets home, I'm coming. It's on. Oh gosh, that is funny. Let's see. My wife was also born in 1994. That means Ricky had a birthday in the last 3 months. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I sure did. It was February 10th.
See, he knows too much about you. He's coming for you too.
Yeah, geez.
And there's my bride who will not come on the stream, but maybe you guys can hear her. Let's see if she says anything. Hello. That's all you get. Sorry, guys. He's way over on the other side of the basement, so that's all you get is a muted hello. But so the Eagles, what a boomer. Are you kidding me? Seriously? You're gonna come on here and make fun of the Eagles next thing. By the way, my favorite band, Ricky, I get a lot of grief for this as well. Most people haven't even heard of this band. I'm a fan of a band called Dream Theater. Check them out, brother. It depends. If you like harder music, they're what I call it's prog rock basically, but it's like it's I don't know, symphonic metal or symphonic rock is what I call it, but love them. So, but 2/3 of the people on here have never heard of them. So it's like everybody's saying hello to you, Scarlett. She said hello again. That's all y'all get.
All right, I'm gonna listen to them. I'm definitely, for some reason, when we first got to the US, my mom started working for Disney, and at Disney they have Rock and Roller Coaster, which is the Aerosmith ride. So in 2001, I was listening to like Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses and then Metallica. So like, I definitely got into, even to this day, like my fiance makes fun of me because I'm definitely more on that side of music. I don't really listen to a lot of newer things in that sense, but there's definitely a lot of music that I still don't know about from back then. So I will definitely look up.
We get some Dream Theater guys in here. I like this. Very cool. Yeah, and in concert, Ricky, I would tell you, it's the craziest concert I've ever been to. Yeah, it's picture really pretty hard music, and 90% of the crowd is sitting here like this in their seats, like that, because it's literally the best guitarist, the best drummer, the best bass player. I mean, and the way they do their music is, you'd have to listen to them to understand, but it's broken up into different sections and different, this guy gets highlighted, this guy gets highlighted. It goes all over the place. And it's them in concert. And so now their original drummer is back with the band. So I've already told my wife, I don't care where I have to go, I'm going to see them in concert with Mike Portnoy. That's all there is to it. What, you don't want to go? No. Okay.
So when Michael Morgan said, I threw up a bit when he said, check him out, brother. Y'all are mean, man. Y'all are mean.
No, Michael is probably the meanest to me in here. But we love him anyway. What? A Dream Theater concert at Red Rocks or just a concert? Now that would be cool. I may have to see if I told her already, if Dream Theater goes to the Sphere in Vegas,
that'd be fun.
I gotta go. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Rush is awesome. I love Rush, but they're not playing anymore, in case you didn't know that.
Yeah, I haven't gone to a lot of concerts. I need to step up my concert game.
This man knows what he's talking about. The greatest drummer in the history of mankind, Mike Portnoy. Yep. So amazing. And a lot of people don't realize he was their early Dream Theater music. He wrote most of it, and he's a drummer, but he wrote most of the music and the lyrics and everything. So anyway, but there you go. Oh, very cool, Palmer. That's awesome. Oh, very cool. Yeah, the Sphere just looks cool.
Yeah, I've yet to go to Vegas. I haven't gone in a couple of years, so I'd love to check that out.
Yeah, that would be cool. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate you being here, man. guys, I guess what you should take away from this is these are two guys who are starting to really enjoy fixed blades. And I like Rikki. I like your vibe there. Your vibe is, man, I can carry
Thanks,
whatever
man.
one I want. I'm gonna
That's
cut
my
some.
philosophy. That's my philosophy to a lot of things, man. I think
I love
life
it,
is
man.
too short. Like, let's not take it too serious. You know, carry what you love, carry what you like, support who you love, and just have fun with it, right? Like, it doesn't have to be that serious. So that's my philosophy.
So, Kaleidoscope, I just want to reply to this. Okay, I don't know what to think of him. I love that guy, and he is. If you've not seen this guy, he's the drummer that everybody sees. He's got a big beard, and he's on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and everything else. And he's insane, but he only plays short parts of songs in those reels. So I don't really know how he is, but he is ridiculous on what I've seen.
Well, he's
But
the
yeah,
first thing that pops up when you write EST on Google. That's for sure.
exactly. He's crazy.
He's like,
he's the guy that does a lot of well, for lack of a better term, I mean a lot of single-handed paradiddle stuff where he's doing it with his single hand, and he's got a triple pedal that is insane, and he's crazy.
oh yeah, I've seen some of his. Yeah, I've seen his TikToks. I know who this guy
Kind
is.
of reinventing drumming. Somebody who just said that. Yep. 100%. But I still say Portnoy for the win. I bet you Portnoy could do everything he does. But that's just me. He's pretty good.
Amen, says Jim. That's right.
Yep. All right.
Awesome,
Well,
dude. Well, again, yeah, I was just gonna say thanks so much, dude. Thanks for having me on. I love that it was just like a cool, fun chat about fixed blades and hanging out and all that stuff.
Yep, that's what we do is we hang out and talk about knives and whatever. So thanks a lot. And guys, definitely give us a thumbs up, comment down below. And guys, please do me a favor. If you're not subscribed to CaptRikki matter of fact, let's just I'll put the link up here real quick. I had it over here and I just hadn't gotten around to it. So let's do that real quick. Here is Rikki's YouTube link. And here is his Instagram link. Guys, I want to hear from him later that he took a big jump in subs and all that, and go watch some of what he's doing. Definitely, he's a really cool dude. Appreciate having you on, man. So
yeah, dude. Thanks again. Thanks for everybody who's on here as well. And yeah, man, it was a blast.
Cool. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, guys. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel. Have a great evening. See you later.